some ways to spice up your D&D game? Well, look no further. Here are some of my top homebrew rules that you can add to your D&D game. Starting off with the Perkins crit. This house rule means that whenever you roll a natural 20 on your attack, you deal the maximum possible damage for your weapon, plus you roll for damage. For example, if your weapon deals 1d8 damage, you start with 8, and then you roll on top of that. This means that if your luck's anything like mine, you're not going to embarrass yourself by dealing 2 damage after celebrating your natural 20. The next homebrew rule is something I've seen commonly referred to as a glancing blow. You know that awful feeling when an enemy rolls your exact AC and you have to say that it hits even though it just barely meets it? Glancing blows means that you have resistance to damage when it exactly meets your AC. So if you have an AC of 16 and an enemy rolls a 16, your damage is halved. I think it's kind of fun to have a player get to yell, "Oh, it glances," instead of, "Yeah, means it beats it." My top homebrew rule is my favorite because it can lead to some incredibly cool narrative moments. So you know how when you run out of spell slots, it feels a little bit odd because spellcasters in books aren't really counting how many spells they can cast? That's where spell slot exhaustion comes into play. This homebrew rule means that you can keep casting spells even when you're out of spell slots, but for every level of spell that you cast, you take 1 level of exhaustion because you're pushing yourself past your mental and physical limits. At 6 levels of exhaustion, this means death. And in one of my sessions, it led to an incredible moment where our wizard, already with 1 level of exhaustion, channeled the rest of their energy to do a level 5 evocation spell. Their body crumbled into ash as they used their remaining life force to cast the Wall of Force, saving the rest of the party from a devastating TPK.